All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Sean Miller, Hipster Viz Ninja, coming at you from Kansas City. This is Data to Dashboard series, and we are going to be covering Workout Wednesday 2024, week 16. We are in the middle of Community Month, which is very exciting. Community Month is something that we've been doing here at Workout Wednesday for several years, and basically it's our way of showing people that anybody can be a teacher, right? We are all doing amazing things in Tableau every single week, and there's no reason that we can't, that you shouldn't be able to share what you do and challenge other Tableau users to do what you do. So that's the essence of it. And we're very excited to have this challenge this week from a fellow Japanese Tableau user. So let's jump into it. So we've got so this is from Yuzuki. Yuzuki brought on Chisaso. And he's an active participant. Chisaso is an active participant in Workout Wednesday and was the runner-up in last year's Viz contest at the Japanese at the J-Tug. This is very exciting. So this is what we're going to be building today, and it looks like we've got 3 different levels of challenges. So we're going to be building a cumulative sales and monthly sales. We've got fiscal dates that we need to account for, which will be pretty interesting. We've got some running totals up to this year. Cool. Okay, so and then we're going to split it up by region. We're going to show the total sales. That's for level 1. Level 2, we do the same thing. However, when we've got a little indicator for the most recent, still got everything like that, but whenever we do, when we click on central, you can see a breakout by category. And you can see that breaks it out while still keeping the total region sales for this. And then for level 3, we have the exact same here. Looks like we add in area charts. And we have the ability to go back in time. So we're going to be able to compare prior periods to, we can have kind of a dynamic thing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's see how far we get in the next 60 minutes or so. What do you say? All right, let's jump into it. Here we go. So we'll just use the Superstore data source. Sample Superstore. We know that we're going to be basing order date, but the first thing we need to do, because we're using fiscal dates, is we need to change the fiscal date time frame. Oh, come on. There we go. Default properties, fiscal year start, April. That's the first thing we do. Now, when I drag this out here, FY21-23, but if we go down to month, you can see here we've got the monthly sales starting with April going towards that, right? So now what we need to do is we need to create fiscal year previous and fiscal year. So we'll do, this will be, how are we going to do this? We need to get everything. Well, we'll just do this. So this will be the current fiscal year, if I can spell, CFY, there we go, CFY sales. And that's going to be if year of order date equals the overall max year of order date, then sales. And oh, no. Oh, gotta close my other parentheses. There we go. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just create a new calculated field, and we'll call this previous fiscal year. And that's going to be sales. And it'll be if the year of order date equals the max year of order date minus 1, then sales end. Right? There we go. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we've got PY and CY, just like that. So now whenever I take my PY sales and my CY sales, and then what I can do actually is we'll do this. We will make these running totals. It's like that. And we'll add the dots, the indicators here. Let's look at this again. Yep. Okay, so why does this stop in December? Because it shouldn't. This is, why does there stop? $12.24. Let's look at this. Let's look at the attribution of month year. Make it an attribute. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we'll do detail. And we'll do month year. Of course, that breaks things up. So we'll have to create a custom calculated field that is the date trunk of month of that. Well, yeah, that'll work. Okay, well, what I could do is, instead of doing all that, let's just put the interesting. Okay, well, let's do calculated field, and this is date part month of order date. Let's see. Okay, so we want date part of year of order date. Make that a string plus a slash plus the string of date part. I get that. Why would there be multiple? How about, oh, not this, tooltip. Okay, so we've got April. Okay. So there it is. Let me see, running total. Okay, so let me try something else here. Let's get rid of this. And let's just do let's normalize the date fields. Call this norm date, and that'll be if let's do this. Oop. Edit. There we go. Copy this. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna. I don't know. We'll see. Trying to think here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a. And that will be if that then else if -1 then py else if -2 then prior year. Else if -3 then prior year. Okay. And then we'll just leave it at that. Else maybe instead of py we'll do previous year 2, previous year 3, and then previous year 4. There we go. And then from there we can do, this is our norm date. if CY equals CY, then order date, else if CY equals PY, then order date minus 364, else if equals PY minus 2, then order date, well, we'll just do not minus, plus, because we want to normalize everything to this year. Plus 364 equals PY minus 3, and then now we'll do fiscal year start in April, and then when we have norm date here, if we do this at the month level, we get all of our months. We can now do sales as a running sum. And then we can just put, but we still get, and I would just need, edit, filter. And then what I can do here is okay. Fiscal dates are fun. Okay, there we go. All right. So now I just need to figure out how to get these on the same. Oh, okay. That was harder than it needed to be. I was making that way too difficult. How about that? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's change our colors here. So I was making it way too difficult. So don't do what I did. Just put year on there. Just put month on columns, discrete month, and then put discrete year on color, and that'll split out normal sales. Okay, cool. Don't you love it whenever you make things really difficult and then you figure out there's an easier way? Story of my life. Story of my life, guys. All right. And we can get rid of all this junk because I don't need it. All right. So there we go. Now we want to split out by region. So let's do location. And we'll just we'll remove the hierarchy because we don't need it. And we'll just do region. Like that. But we want everything to start over. So we'll use paint across, and that drops everything down. Yep. Great. Awesome. Okay, so there's that. So now let's do entire view. And let's do our colors. FY24 is gray. FY24 is this kind of teal color. Yep. There we go. Excuse me. And then we'll just duplicate our running sum and then remove our table calc. Change these from a bar, or change these from columns or from a line to bars. And what we can do now is, actually, I think what I'll do is, in order to get the, all right, so what are we doing here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of a hint here. If I hover on this, I get this little dither here, but if I hover on a bar, I get a single bar. This tells me this is a reference line. This tells me that he's using a reference line. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's remove this. Let's create a calculated field to isolate just. So this is where we need to calculate. This is where we need to figure out. Okay, so this is where I kind of ended up here. And I want FY24 to be on top. There we go, just like that, so that's, yeah. Okay, so I just want 1 year of data. So if year, but it's not year, it's fiscal year. If the, because let's see, is there any other? Okay. So it looks like he did this all in one sheet, which is pretty cool. So that means that he was able to isolate that. But because if I were to do this, clear the table calculation, I've got to be able to put something on detail here in order to create the reference lines here, and I need a way, and I can't just exclude that because I'll exclude it from both columns here. So, like, I need a way to isolate. I need to figure out how to isolate this. So that's why I was thinking, how do we? All right, let's do this. Fiscal date. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Fiscal year to date. Create a date parameter. Create a calculated field. Fiscal year to date sales. No. Okay. All right. So let's think about this. This is the. So I mean, I can write a calculation that's be like, you know, fixed year or fixed date part month. But again, if I just do like if year of order date equals 2024, that's the actual date part of year end. What I actually want is I want the fiscal year, not the actual year. I want to right, because I can do this and I can say you know, I can do like some sales here, right? That's going to be for each month. Put this in context, right? I can do this, and then I can do this, right? And then I can do that. But that's going to be that's going to be everything together. That's not going to split it out by year, right? Bar. And then it's, if I do like so if I just create a calculated field, it's like date part year of order date it's going to give me an integer, and I can't, and then if I put that in the tooltip, right, it's going to give me 2024 and then 2023. When in reality, it's 2025 and 2024, right? So, and then from here, right, is, okay, so there's that. Is it as simple as +1? And then you can do if equals 2025, then sales. So that's going to be calculation 2. So that is a measure that can go here. And I only get that, but again, that yeah. So what I need to do is, we're getting there. I'm getting there. Now I just need to figure out how to because this is not going to equal so if I do this, oh well, let's do this. Put that in a tooltip. 2025. Put this in a tooltip. Okay, put this on detail. And make it a dimension. 2025. See, this is I mean, is it literally that? Is it like if year of order date is, let's see what this is formatted like. Format. I mean, this might be, so, okay, so equals. I don't think this is gonna work, but because it's just a date, it's just the format of it. It's not the actual. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, all right. Like. Okay. What is this? Let's go back. Okay. Okay. So that, yeah. Well, no. What's happening here? So we have a So 2024. Okay, West. Let's just see. Yeah, it's just a Superstore data set. There's nothing fancy about it. Okay. Alright, that helps. Okay. But I can't even reproduce this 45,640. Okay, well then, in order to do that, in order to just let's just download CSV, new data source, text file. Replace. But I gotta change order date to a fiscal start date of April. There we go. I still don't. So the East December is East December. They've got 45,640. What? For the highest number I've got is 33. Of course there's no. Okay. Calculation 2. Okay, so there's my 45,640. So that's 2024, okay. But you can see here that I should not have, so these are the green bars, right? So we'll do these teal, right? Like that's, but this November, so that's what I'm able to get. So I get that. But these 3 months here need to be gray. Or these 4, yeah. January, yeah. Yeah, these 3 months need to be gray. because right now they're not. So what is this? FY display. Come on. That's what we have to do? Yep. So, what we have to do, let's do this. Let's do order date, expand, make this month. Yep. Okay. So now, yeah. So then for this, if fy display equals fy 24, 25, right? Let's look, describe fy 20, 24, 25, yep. Then sales, and there it is. Yep. All right. And then this will be, so this will be current year sales, duplicate prior year sales, prior year sales, and this will be 23, 24. And then we'll take prior year sales, put it on detail, add a reference line per cell on prior year sales, no label, no tooltip, line only, show a dark black line, thin, and we'll shade below light gray, like that, just like that. Don't recalculate the line. And there we go. So, we got there. I was close. I would have gotten there originally. I would have gotten there eventually. But the key we had to do is we had to create a string dimension. Because what I was trying to do is I was trying to do everything using date fields, and that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. So, because what you're doing when you do fiscal dates in Tableau is you're basically just changing the format. So, you're not really changing the number, right? You're not really changing the value behind it. You're just changing the format of the number. So you actually have to create a dimension you have to create a new calculated dimension. So you can see here, if the month of order date is greater than or equal to your fiscal start month of April of the fourth month, then it's fiscal year of the actual year and the year of order date plus 1, right? Otherwise, it's the previous year and the current year. So once we figured that out, that's how we were able to isolate those, just like that. So cool. Well, there you go. So there's that. So that I believe, if we go back to our original challenge. All right, so we've got, so now I need to total sales of FY24. I assume that's going to be, we're going to put that up here and make it discrete and make it a dimension. Nope. We want to do the oh yeah. What we actually want is we want current year sales. We want it to be a running total, and we want it to be discrete. Nope, that's not what we want either. All right, so let's do, so in order to get this value, we need to, so essentially what we're doing is we're going to create the way to make this all work in one sheet. That's essentially what's happening. This whole thing is done in one sheet. So what we have to do is we need to grab, essentially we need to figure out a way to isolate this value, this last value here. That's what we're looking for. So if last, then well, how about fixed sum, this will just be sum of current year sales. Let's see if that works. Discrete. It's going to be by region. So let's do fixed there it is. All right, so we've got our number here, and we'll put it up there. Okay, let's put it up here. Okay. Can we duplicate? Yeah. So now let's hide this. Okay, so we're getting there. We've got our numbers right, but what we need to do now, if we do this, right? We've got take this back away, I get 1 here. If I try to, that is going to create, why does it create 2 dimensions? I need to fixed region, exclude date, part of month, some, and then this will need to be aggregated. They have that. So they have total sales. There we go. But they have it across each. Okay. Can I duplicate it? No. Ooh! There we go. Good gracious. All right. So we have East. Yep. So we have the region, we have the label, and we have the total sales. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so this now is, we can format this as currency, no decimal places. And then we can rename it to region sales. And we will format it. It's going to be like 15, more than that. Yeah, 15's good. 15 bold, and it's going to be pretty big, actually, now that I think about it. So let's do Tableau bold. There we go. Total sales is that, and then let's do this. Let's make this Tableau bold. Not bold. How about Tableau medium? Make it white. Make it 14, but the shading is going to be black. It's kind of a blue color, isn't it? I'm just winging it here. They may have given me the color. It's kind of a purple blue, but let's see. There, that looks good. Now we can kind of play with the height of this stuff to make it all kind of fit. There we go. Okay. So now, if we wanted to, so that's level 1, done. Level 1 is done. If you just wanted to do level 1, that's how you get there. Quickly, I'll show you how to do the regional split out for level 2. So basically you have that, right? So what we need to do is, right, so when you click on this, it's going to expand something. The way that we do that is, and when we do that, it's category. Okay, so what we need to do first, we need to go to region, and if the region starts with an R, region, create a set. Nothing in the set right now. Region set. Create a calculated field off the region set. This is category split. If the region set is true, then return the subcategory. End. That's it. Oh, not null. Else, empty text. Category split is going to go right under region. So you can see here there's space, right? Now what we need to do, let's go to worksheet actions. Add an action, change set values on sheet 1. We're going to add this to a dashboard, so let's go ahead and set this up so that when we add it to the dashboard, we don't need to recreate our actions. Sheet 1, target set, the region set, When you click on something, you want to assign values to the set. When you clear the selection, you want to remove all values from set. On select. Watch what happens if I set this up right. I should point that out. If I click this, I added the wrong thing because I added subcategory. So let's do this because I'm too used to using subcategory for a lot of things. So now we'll do this, and there's our subcategories. Now for the total sales, region sales, I need to account for that in my, so the region, so it's actually going to be fixed region category. How about just category? There we go. No, because that. Let's see. I think I can get rid of this. Yeah, see, this is. Region, it's category split. There we go. Okay, there, we got there, right? So we have furniture, office supplies, category, or technology, but then for others where we have none, they're just summing everything up. When I deselect, everything goes back to normal. Click on East, we get the split out there. Everything's looking good. I like where I'm headed. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to add the little, those little things. So we need to create a calculated field. And we need to pull up our, so we need to do our, we need to look for triangles. And we need the right and left triangle. There we go. There we go. Get rid of that. Now, what we'll do is we'll say if region set fine, I'll do it this way. If region set, then oh, not that. Wait, not this one. Whoa, yeah, I got that one. I've got that one here. I want the down arrow. Plus region else plus region, and I think I want to add a space here. Region indicator, IND, click OK. And what I think I'm going to do is just do a replace reference on region indicator, because that's going to replace it on the sheet as well as in all of the calculated fields that region is being used in. Sum of region sales is wrong. Why is that? Okay. Can you not? Circular reference, okay. split. If region set, then category. Oh, because whenever, okay, okay, that makes sense. All right, but so I'll just do it here. I'll just do it here. Region. Actually, I don't want to so I'll just do this. There we go. And I need to do it here as well, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah. Because I need to create my actions. And, oh. Can I do, whoop. But hide it. There it is. Look at that. Neato mosquito. And then we do that. That looks good. All right. So there you go. So that's how you do the the dynamic drill down from region to subcategory. Just like that. Cool. All right. That was a little bit over 60 minutes, but we got there eventually. The key to this challenge is when you're using fiscal dates and you want to do other manipulation of fiscal dates, you have to create a fiscal display in order to have a distinct dimension for those fiscal dates. Because when you just do the order date based off of fiscal year start, all you're doing is you're just changing the formatting of the number. You're only changing the formatting of the date. You're not creating a separate dimension. All of the date calculations and date functions and all that are still going to be based off of the calendar dates. So you have to create that dynamic fiscal dimension in order to use those things in the rest of your analysis. After that, after figuring out that key, thank you, Donna. That's where you're headed. That everything else is just simple, normal Tableau stuff. I shouldn't say that. I apologize. The rest of that is just Tableau functionality. So anyway, now if you want to do level 3, all you would need to do is parameterize the current year and prior year by setting up parameters to select. You're going to be selecting which is the current year, and then basically you're going to look for you're going to that's how you do that. Set up a parameter to select what your current year is, and then use that to create your previous year, and then everything will and then basically create calculated fields and measures to return the sales for those selected time frames. That's it. So I wish I had time. Maybe I'll write up a blog post or make a separate video. But yeah. So but here's the video for levels 1 and 2. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know that was not that one. Here you go. I know that was long, and I know it wasn't necessarily the smoothest and most concise, but again, that's how we learn, right? We don't learn by just showing you the final answer, right? In my humble opinion, the way we learn is to see how we struggle and to see how we get out of struggling. And sometimes that's finding the answer, and that's okay, because now that I worked through all of the things that didn't work and then found what did work and understood why that works and none of my things worked, Now I understand it. It's more ingrained. It's more thoughtful, right? It's more learning has taken place than just watching a video with the perfect solution. So that's why I do these, so that we can all learn to fish ourselves, as opposed to reading or watching something that fishes for you. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. My name is Sean Miller, Hipster Viz Ninja. Like that bubble says, we are data people. Go forth and viz.